What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Destination Pro Wrestling. In this video, we got some major news. Bobby Fish made his AEW debut, but now we have some details on his new contract with AEW. We also have some very interesting news in regards to AJ Lee returning to pro wrestling as an executive producer for Women's of Wrestling. And also, we're going to kick things off today with MLW, Major League Wrestling, prepared to make a massive announcement tonight on Fightland, which premieres on Vice TV. Guys, if you want more videos like this, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And with that being said, let's jump into the news. This tweet right here from Court Bauer. You guys know him. He runs the show for MLW. A big announcement tonight on Fightland on Vice TV. Someone is coming to MLW and it has a certain billionaire tripping over himself to undermine it. Any guesses? All right, guys. So with that being said, who do you think is going to MLW? Coincidentally enough, Bobby Fish is in the Opera Cup. But we know that Bobby Fish is signed with AEW, and we're going to talk about that later. So who is coming to MLW? And which billionaire is tripping over himself to undermine it? See, that's the real question here. Because in the world of pro wrestling, we have WWE, we have Impact, we have AEW. And for some odd reason, when I see this tweet, I'm thinking WWE, Vince McMahon, I'm thinking AEW, Tony Khan. Who could it be that is signing MLW? And that's what I really want to know what you guys think. Now, for those who might be thinking Braun Strowman, because it is a big announcement, one thing to consider is that Braun Strowman has reportedly turned down MLW. In fact, Court Bauer actually mentioned this on the media call, so for anybody who thought Braun Strowman was coming to AEW or MLW or WWE, we just simply don't know yet. See, that's the truth. We just really don't know, and quite honestly, I think it's actually a good thing if Braun Strowman did in fact turn down MLW, because MLW is a great product, but I do want to see Braun Strowman on television with a legitimate television deal, and MLW just doesn't really have that. Nonetheless, MLW is signing somebody big. Once we get the breaking news announcement, I look forward to bringing it to you right here on DPW. All right, guys, AJ Lee is making her return to pro wrestling, not in a wrestling capacity. I don't know why there's YouTube channels saying that AJ Lee is about to wrestle for AEW or WWE, but nonetheless, that's not the case here. AJ Lee is the executive producer for Women's of Wrestling, WOW, which is set to make its return. They're doing a reboot in 2022 fall season. Jeannie Buss, owner of the Lakers, is the one who is behind this operation. And Women's of Wrestling is not a bad concept. It's an all-women's promotion. And to be honest with you guys, it's actually had a little bit of success before. But now it's actually, the good news here is they have a TV deal. So within Sinclair Broadcast Partners, Viacom, CBS, basically the affiliate channels, very, very similar to the TV deal that ROH has. That's the same TV deal that we're looking at here. Syndicated television programming. Tessa Blanchard is signed with WOW. AJ Lee is the executive producer. And they have plans to obviously announce more talent for the reboot. The real question here that I have with AJ Lee is what exactly her role will include as an executive producer. Also, how could she be useful in the world of, obviously like planning a show and signing talent, like that's the kind of stuff I want to know. Those are the details I'm looking forward to see. Because if AJ Lee can obviously build connections between AEW and WOW, you're going to get some nice featured talent, right? Like that's the point of the Forbidden Door being open. And I think if AJ Lee has a little bit more than just producing the show, I think we're going to see some really cool crossovers between WOW and other promotions. And that's exactly what this company will need. When you look at the WWE roster, the AEW roster, the Impact roster, hell, even ROH and MLW are now including more women. When you see what they have as far as the women goes, a lot of the big, talented, free agent women's wrestlers are already signed. So having some sort of working relationship could be really cool. They did sign Tessa Blanchard, so she is the face of the company. She was also there for the press conference, and yeah. All right, guys, Bobby Fish is All Elite. We know that he signed a deal with AEW. It's rumored to be the 3-year typical deal that AEW gives. However, there are some rumors that suggest that Bobby Fish was not actually signed to be like a main wrestler, like prominent wrestler. Obviously, they're going to use him on TV to some extent. Obviously, there's a little bit of history there with Adam Cole, so now the conversation of Kyle O'Reilly also gets brought up. But one of the things I really want people to consider here is that Bobby Fish may actually be used more so for a coaching capacity. And I think that is a fantastic idea. I think if you're going to sign talent that were with WWE or NXT, if you could bring in a veteran who can help the young guys in the back, I think that would be incredible. And it seems like that is pretty much the vision here behind signing Bobby Fish. Now, I was a huge Bobby Fish fan with Red Dragon. I always liked him more than Kyle O'Reilly. I always thought he was cool in Undisputed Era. And to be honest, his injuries in NXT really were a downfall for him, because when Undisputed Era would win the belts, then he would get injured. It was just obviously bad timing. But the reason why I bring this up is because now the conversation of Kyle O'Reilly has to come up. Two of your best friends have left WWE, have gone on to the major rival. What do you do? And if you're Kyle O'Reilly, you're in a situation right now with NXT where you've been in NXT for a long, long time. So with you being in NXT for so long, there's got to be something that changes here. Like, I'm a huge fan of NXT, and I'm still here at a loss for words with what they're doing between Kyle O'Reilly and Von Wagner. But that's also because I think WWE just simply doesn't have long-term plans for Kyle O'Reilly. And I think Kyle O'Reilly is going to lose a lot of love from the NXT audience when they want cool characters. And Kyle O'Reilly is not really a cool character. Kyle O'Reilly is a badass wrestler. And that is something that I think we all need to keep in the back of our heads. WWE is sports entertainment. AEW is professional wrestling. Those guys come from a pro wrestling era. I could very well see Kyle O'Reilly joining Bobby Fish and Adam Cole in AEW. And if I'm being completely honest with you, if you really want people to get excited about AEW, like truly excited about AEW, I think at some point Adam Cole comes in as a babyface. And you know what? It would be the craziest thing in storytelling, because what if Adam Cole were to choose the Undisputed Era over the Elite or the Super Click? Just something to consider, guys. My name is Ango. This is Destination PW. For more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time right here on DPW.